who dies with the most toys. In other words, he who has accumulated more toys, more expensive stuff. He who has the best looking car, the most expensive car. He who had the most expensive land. He who has all the money in the world. He who's the richest person in the world. There's even a list of the richest person in the world. Have you seen that list? Now he's like number 3 now or something like that. Listen, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bud McKenzie? Listen. But back over here. Listen, but there's a phrase that I say to that. There's the phrase that says, he who has the most toys wins. I say, he who dies with the most toys still dies. So it doesn't matter if you die with the most toys. It doesn't matter if me and Joe Alex are competing to see who has the best car at the end of our life, and then Joe Alex dies and he has a Bentley and he's like, I died, I got a Bentley, fool, and he dies. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna buy it off the auction. You know what I'm saying? Because that fool is dead. You know. And so the thing is, you can die with all the greatest stuff in the world. You can die with the biggest toys and the best toys and all the things money can buy. You can die with a train in your living room that takes you from the living room to the kitchen because you're too lazy to walk and you're, mommy, mom, it that. Get your drink, come back, and there's like a little TV on your train so you won't miss an episode and stuff. And so, yeah, you know, you can die with all the best toys in the world. But the thing is that you're still one day going to die. And the point is this, that when you die, you're going to have to face God. There's no way around it. There's no way of saying, oh, God, I'll give you my train. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, God, you know the train I have with the little TV? I'll give it to you. God's going to say, fool, I got the real deal right here. You know? Because I'm God. You know what I'm saying? He's like the richest person in the world. And so, yes. In the universe. There's an angel that has a... No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine if God wasn't the richest person? They're like, what the heck? Who is then? That angel? It's the one that leads the worship in heaven. But listen. The thing is this, and I'm about to finish right now. The thing is this. Listen, that one day we're all going to have to face God. One day, regardless if you were the richest person in the world or you were the poorest person in the world. It doesn't matter how much money, how much things you accumulated in earth, if your life and your spiritual life was a waste. You understand me? It doesn't matter how much things you accumulated in this world. It doesn't matter how much pile of clothes you have. It doesn't matter how good you looked every single day of school, ever since you were in stinking kindergarten, still wearing diapers underneath with the little feathers on it, and your diapers still look all fancy. It doesn't matter that you look good every single day of your life. It doesn't matter that you drove the best car. Listen, because when we're in school, we want to look the hottest. We want to look the best. We want to be the one that everyone looks at when we walk into the room. When we walk into the room, we want to be like, that's right. That's right. That's right. Envy. You know what I'm saying? We want to be the person that everyone looks at. But see, at the end of the day, all of that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you were the hottest girl in school, the hottest girl in college, the hottest girl in the world, and you came out on magazines and stuff. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you became Bill Gates and you bought Bill Gates' name because your name wanted to be Bill Gates. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, all that doesn't matter. Listen, because at the end of the day, if your life and your character and your spiritual life was a waste and was a sham and was a joke, and you never even spent a day in prayer, you never spent a day reading the Bible, you never spent a day trying to get closer to God, at the end of the day, you can die with all those things. You can die with the riches in the world. You can die with all those things. And listen, and you won't make it to heaven. You won't buy your ticket to heaven. I'm going to read this verse. The Bible says, For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. In other words, where are you storing your heaven? Where are you storing your treasure? It says, store for yourselves treasure in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. In other words, if you put all your attention and all your focus and all your strength and all your energy into possessions, into material stuff, into looking good, into being the best at something, you know what I'm saying? Being greedy at something. If you put your strength and possessions into that, listen, that's where your heart is. And that's where your heart's going to take you. Your heart's going to take you where your beauty fades. Your heart's going to take you where the metal rusts. Your heart's going to take you where the wood rots. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your heart is going to take you wherever your treasure is. What are you storing up in heaven? I know what you're storing down here. I know that you desire great things here on earth while you're on earth. And listen, don't get me twisted. I'm not trying to tell you that having possessions is wrong. I'm not trying to tell you that being rich is wrong. I'm not trying to I wish to be rich one day. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to be rich one day. That's my motivation. That's what I aspire to be one day. I want to have that train in the living room. You think it's a joke, but you thought I just made it up. I want to be rich enough to buy Bill Gates' name off of Bill Gates, and you're going to be like, you're Milton Guardado now. Go live my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to be rich, that rich. But the thing is this, I'm not saying that that's wrong. What I'm saying is this. Listen, what I'm saying is this. I'm saying that wherever you put your strength and your energy, wherever you're putting your emphasis, your heart, that's where your heart is. Wherever you're putting all your energy and your strength, that's where your heart is. And I want to ask you today. You know, where is your heart? Where is your treasure? Where is the treasure? Where is the treasure at? Where do you store all your treasure? I want you to bow your heads right there where you're at. I want you to bow your heads right there where you're at. Listen, maybe you've come today and you've come with this sort of vanity. Maybe you've come with this kind of mentality where you want to have the best stuff. You want to be this person, and you put more energy in trying to look good and trying to have it all than trying to please God. You put more energy in trying to please people than trying to get close to God. And so tonight, my question to you is, where are you storing your treasure? Where are you storing it here on earth where it's going to rust or where somebody can steal it, or are you storing it in heaven? Are you making points with God? Are you praying and saying, God, please guard my heart. God, please watch me, that I won't fall victim into that life, that I won't fall victim into storing my treasure here. God, I want to be able, that if I lose something, I will be able to be okay. Because sometimes if you have your heart on your TV, you have your heart on your iPod, you have your heart on material things, and they get stolen, we get destroyed, we get devastated. If that's the case, then you stored your heart on the treasures here on earth. But you need to put your treasure on God. And so tonight, if you're here tonight and you've had that kind of mentality, you've had that kind of life, you've had that kind of statement, and you want to change it tonight, and you want to say, God, I want you to take control of my life. I want to start storing up my treasure with you. I want to start storing up my treasure with you. I want to start getting closer to you. I want to be able to put you above everything, God. I want to put you first in my life. If that's you tonight, I want you to raise your hand right there where you're at. Say, God, I want to get rid of this vanity. I don't want to be the person that is just worried about material stuff. I want to start worrying about my spiritual life. Come on, if that's you, you want to start worrying about your spiritual life, you want to start worrying about where your eternity is going to be, you want to worry about where you're going to spend the rest of your life. Come on, I want you to raise your hand right there where you're at and say, you know what? This is going to be my chance to get close to you, God. I'm going to make things right. I'm going to make things right tonight.
If you're between the ages of 11 and 14 or are in junior high and are in the Laredo area, I want to invite you to come to any one of our services. For directions or schedules, please call the number on the screen, or you can just email us at patyouth@live.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at MiltonICM. You can also check out our MySpace for more pics, blogs, and updates at www.myspace.com/patyouth.